Another thing that pissed me off this week is the fact that I got written up at work. So at work, I do laundry, and basically, we have to write down like what we take upstairs, like what laundry we take upstairs, like on a piece of paper. But they have to give us the paper. We haven't had that paper for almost a month. I came back from being on for about 3 days to a write up, basically saying that I haven't been writing it down. And mind you, before I even got the write up, I was asking around. I was like, hey, like when are we gonna get some new papers to basically write down how much linen we're taking up? They're like radio silence, radio silence. I come back to a write up. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They're like, oh well, I mean, you're supposed to be writing it down, like And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to write it down if I don't have a piece of paper to write it down on? You see the correlation? I also got written up on the same write up for not doing laundry correctly. Mind you, I've been here all of maybe a month and a half. They said, oh, you're not doing laundry correctly. I'm like, what do you mean? They said, well, when we come in after your shift is over, you have a lot of dirty linen left. And I was like, isn't everybody's job to clean the dirty linen? So what does it matter if there's a lot of dirty linen? They're like, well, that just means that you weren't doing your job correctly. I'm like, how does that mean I wasn't doing my job correctly if there's a lot of dirty linen? They're like, well, that just means you were sitting around not doing anything. I'm like, so if I wash a lot of linen and I put it up on the floors, but I don't have time to just go back up there right before I leave and just come back down. And do you see what I'm trying to say? It doesn't make no sense. And also, when I came in from that 3-day suspension, do you know what the fuck I seen when I walked into the dirty linen closet? I seen this. So why the fuck am I getting written up for something that everybody is doing, including the supervisor, who tried to write me up and tried to act like he didn't write me up? Because when I asked him about it, he literally was sitting there looking at the paper, looking at me, looking at the paper, looking at me, waiting for me to sign it. I didn't sign shit. I didn't sign a motherfucking thing. Because, one, if you're at a job and they write you up, don't sign that shit. Don't sign that shit. Like, literally, get suspended. Now, they talk about fire you. Okay, you can file for unemployment or some shit like that, but, like, don't sign the shit. Like, it's so fucking stupid. So, basically, on the paper, it says warning, and then next offense, it says if I do it again, I'm gonna get suspended. I'm like, suspended? Like, what kind of army boot camp do y'all think y'all running here? Y'all ain't gonna suspend shit. So I went upstairs and I talked to a union representative and I was like, hey, this is some bullshit. And she was like, she looked at the paper and she was like, there's no manager's name on here. She was like, there's not even like a supervisor's name on this. She was like, who gave this to you? I was like, the supervisor downstairs. And she was like, okay, take it to him. So we went to him. He was literally just looking at her like this and stuttering. He was like, duh, 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 like, because she was like, can I get a copy of this? Because, like, you're not doing your job correctly. She said, you're supposed to put your name at the top. She also said, he's not even supposed to be getting written up because you weren't even on shift to see him do this. It was a day that he wasn't even working. So she was like, how could you write him up for a day that you weren't even here? And she was also like, you didn't even come and ask him or talk to him. He's new. Because she was telling me, she said, yeah, he's new. Basically telling me that I'm new to the supervisor. The supervisor was also new. Supervisor looked at me, he was like, you're new? And I was like, yes. Mind you, I got trained by somebody who has stage 5 dementia. Like, she literally can barely remember where her feet are. So I'm trying to have to discern what she's doing, right? And basically, like, it was hard for me. 6'7", it was hard for me. So I didn't know I was getting written up. I literally didn't even know I was getting written up. I was like, so why am I getting written up for something that everybody else is doing, and also something that's out of my control? Because we don't have papers. And I've been asking about it, and nobody's giving me an answer. So I just didn't know what to do.